Welcome to the Kane and Reloaded Show. This your boy 305 Kane.
And this your boy DJ Reloaded.
Before we get started, we need y'all to smash that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're watching this on Facebook and you pull up on your browser, get over there to your YouTube app. Make sure you type in the Kane and Reloaded Show. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell right next to it so you get notified whenever we go live. And tonight we have a special guest on the Kane and Reloaded Show. Sheer-tastic Sam, Sammy G, female barber out of Denver, Colorado. Introduce yourself, Miss Sammy G.
Hi, everyone. It's Sheer-tastic Sam here, AKA Sammy G. I am a barber, female barber at House of Hair, Denver, in Park Hill. I am originally from Los Angeles, and I just wanted to drop the mic on that real quick. But I am yours truly, female barber, barbering since I was 13 years old.
Okay, cool. 13. 13?
Yeah. So what Miss Sam, what got you into wanting to be a barber?
My father had 3 barbershops. Actually, he had 5, but 3 running at one time. On Crenshaw, and many of you know of Gypsy Hustle, the very parking lot and property that he was purchasing. I grew up in that parking lot. That was my dad's second barbershop. So I would give all credit due to my father. Rest in peace.
Wow. Definitely rest in peace, Pops. You know, like growing up, you know, and your dad being a barber. So I can only assume you spent a lot of time in the shop, right?
Of course.
Now, did your dad teach you how to cut, or did you go to school? Like who taught you how to cut?
So originally, it was a thing for my dad to get us all in school at a young age, barber school. But barbering school isn't to teach you, it's to really prep you for the sanitizing, disinfecting, making sure you are clean. Of course, you do learn how to cut hair, but I had the privilege of growing up in the barbershop. And growing up in the barbershop, I was able to see. So it was like repetition. So no one physically taught me. We just grew up in it and it became repetitious. So for me, when I went to barber school and I thought that I didn't know how to fade, I remembered my brother who cuts hair. My whole family cuts hair. Okay. So all 5 siblings of my father, my dad's 5 kids. He has multiple kids, but 5 of us went to barber school and was in the barbershop all the time. So to answer your question, no one taught me, but because I was able to see my oldest brother and my dad cut hair, when it was time for me to learn how to cut hair in barbering school, I was able to reflect back to those necessary steps. So I'm more of a visual person. I could see something more than once and I could, for the most part, get it down. So growing up in it, man, it was literally repetitious. So.
So let me ask you a question, Miss Sam. Are you strictly male barber, or you do both? As far as, do you do anything for women? Are you a stylist in any kind of way, a beautician in any kind of way for women too?
So I love both. I'm not a cosmetologist. I have never braided hair. I've never straightened hair. I know how to do my own hair just based off of me knowing that people don't know how to do my hair a certain way. So I know how to do it, but my passion is barbering. And I love cutting men and women. I recently did a young lady. I cut her hair and I colored it. And she looked like the young lady from Queen and Slim, literally, like same hair color and everything. So, and that's what I love about the industry, regardless if I'm in cosmetology or not. I'm able to expand in different areas. And there are some things that I'm working on currently that does not have to do with necessarily cosmetology, but natural hair care. So that'll be coming to a theater near you. Over the quarantine, God has dropped some things in my spirit to help our young sisters and brothers, because there are men that are growing their hair out just as well as women in the natural industry. So to answer your question, I'm not a cosmetologist. I am strictly a barber. And I'm not just a barber. I'm an entrepreneur and I'm a businesswoman. But barbering is my passion. That is what I love to do. But I'm learning to expand, and that's the beauty of the industry. You don't have to be confined to one thing.
That's cool, man. Just
I love that last statement of you being a businesswoman, an entrepreneur. I'm happy to hear that.
Thank you.
I mean, just to piggyback on that statement that you made, that you're very picky about who touching your hair. You know what brought me to the house of cuts was just after my barber, great dude, cool dude, Corey, Aries too. You know how we get down. Just disappeared on me and couldn't find them. And I was going from chair to chair to chair, and I just realized a lot of dudes can't cut hair. Yeah, a lot of
it's hard to cut what you got, but go ahead.
That's why you call. A lot of dudes can't really cut hair, and I was just like, you know what, I'm tired of giving dudes, 30, 40 bucks, and they're not doing a good job. And talking to some of the friends, and they was like, Sam. And I was like, you get Sam or Marcus. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I went into the barbershop. And Marcus had a good, nice little waiting line at the particular time, and I was like, man, it was just pretty much just one dude and 3 females, and I was like, yo, in my mind, like, where's Sam? And I'm looking for a man, like somebody, and then somebody said, yo, Sam, and you turned around like, huh? And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, don't judge me for my moment of being ignorant, right? Because even though I was just sitting there, and you can probably recall, I was just sitting in the chair, and I was thinking to myself, like, yo, like, I ain't never have a female cut my head. You know what I mean? I ain't never have a female cut my hair, and I was afraid. So, like, I'm pretty sure you have encountered that with like men who first time walking in the shop, and they never had their hair cut by a woman. Like, how do you overcome that?
Oh, first of all, so growing up in the industry and just seeing, my sisters and my brothers, my oldest brother, my oldest sister cutting hair, confidence first is everything.
Right.
If you're not confident in your own work, then you're in trouble, because of course there's going to be the intimidation of a man coming in and him talking stuff. Like, some people may voice that they're nervous, some people may not. I knew that you came and you talk stuff. I could peep game, but I didn't know that you've never had a female barber.
Right.
And and coming to Colorado, I didn't realize that it was that uncommon either. California, that's not uncommon to see. You have women and men that do both. There are men that do men and women's hair, like cosmetology. There are men that can slay some women's hair, but when you came in, I didn't know that. So I'm glad you asked that question, because I've gotten to a place to where I was confident in my work. I love what I do. I don't cut hair for money. I cut hair because I love it. I don't cut hair because my dad made me. I cut hair because I love making someone feel better than what they walked in. And I realized over this quarantine, it was essential. Like, we were non-essential. We were considered non-essential. But I realized that once we made people look like they went from like homeless looking to back to councilmen and judges and lawyers and construction workers and teachers, they went back to looking like themselves. To answer your question, I tell them, I say, hey, if you don't like the cut, you don't have to pay. And it all goes down to confidence, I
don't like the cuts going forward, so I get it free.
All that you put on your head, boy, you better.
You just said it right. You just said it right in front of everybody that if I don't like it, so I'm gonna keep going to you because I'm not convinced that I don't like it. But it should be free then, right?
Nope. Because your first time you came, you talk stuff after the first time I cut your hair, and I had to realize, I'm like, that's the Floridian. That's what that is. That's just, he just talks stuff. You know what I mean? That's just the Florida in you. Because I'm like, this man came back and Oh, he talked so much stuff the first time though. So, and that could have been because you were shocked. You probably had to do that because I blew your socks off. I blew you out the water. I cleaned you up. You look better. Once you got out my chair. But I definitely.
I could definitely you cut better than you cut better than a lot of men I was going to, and I was just throwing my money away. So I mean, that's why I definitely had to continue on, and and keep on hollering at you repeatedly as far as you cut my hair, because a lot of dudes, I think they do it to get at the baby mamas.
Oh, well,
I'm gonna go ahead.
That's it.
I'm gonna go ahead and be plain. I think a lot of dudes cut hair to get at women. So if you out there and y'all have a bad relationship and your woman keep going to the barbershop, fellas, yeah, all right. All right. She going for the barber too.
And that free cut or that discounted cut.
Facts.
Because it might be some real cut involved, but we won't go there.
Oh, I mean, speaking of cut, do men just throw themselves at you? Have you encountered that?
Ooh. Honestly, out here in Colorado, I've had a few. I've had some, but I'm just gonna be real. They're not even worth like entertaining. It's more so of a joke more than actual potential. Right. So I probably would get that more in California. Because out here is just a little different. The demographic is just a little different. So I've gotten that, but as some people would say, they're a little off. So yeah. So it's always a joke in the barbershop. Yep. So y'all go ahead and look down and rub your beard and chuckle because it's real. So they've done it, but it wasn't enough for enough for me to take interest in. And if
off, what you mean off? I'm stuck.
Well, I mean, some people don't know their gutters on a house, or they're living at home with their mom, or it's just weird. But even if they do have potential, I've noticed immaturity being one of the problems, even if they're older than me. So, which really made me understand that just, someone can be the same age, they could be younger, they could be older. That doesn't mean that they're mature. So, yeah, even if there were one or two that were potential, the maturity level just it's not where I would like it to be. And that's not me being judgmental. That's just where I am in life. And that's okay. You have to grow and you have to learn. So everyone's journey is different.
So, man, what she's saying is come correct.
Yes.
That's
you got it.
Okay. I mean, I feel you. I mean, enough said on that topic, man. You're gonna end up, get one of these old dudes that's popping them blue pills at night being so picky. That's what I heard too.
I'm sorry. You want to wake me up? I'm sorry. I fell asleep for a second.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's what he gonna do too. You give him old pops.
Pop, sugar pop.
but other than that, I mean, I definitely do like your talent. I think that you're a very skilled barber, and like for me to see that a female could be so what I'm saying, good in the game, and you've been doing this for 13 years, so you ain't new to this. I think that you, for me, out here in Colorado, put a lot of men on notice as far as making sure that their hand and eye coordination game got to be at the par, because I think that you dope at what you do. Like I said again, I'm very skeptical because normally I only let cats from New York cut my hair. I think cats from New York cut better than anybody, and I'm from Miami, and I gotta give it up to New York.
West Coast all day.
This ain't no Knicks and Lakers, right? We talking about. I'm just being honest, right? Cats from New York, and I'm pretty sure most cats from New York would tell you that they nice out there, and being from Miami, that's who I normally let cut my hair. And my barber who just vanished on me, I hope he's okay. He was from New York too.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I definitely think that you dope at doing what you're doing. Mark is up there at the barbershop with with the Charlie's Angels.
You so silly. There's another male there too now. That let's not forget. So, but you're right. You're right.
Yeah, he just the voice. He just the voice. He just like the butler. But Mark is up there.
You so
Mark is up there straight Charlie, and he got the Charlie Angels. You know what I mean? So Mark
well, I'm gonna just say I'm the original Angel. Okay, been there since 2015. So let me just
And speaking of being there for 2015, how is everything impacting y'all now with the pandemic and business? Like, is business still booming? Is business being slowed? How is that impacting y'all?
It's definitely slowed. Just given the fact that we have to, of course, go by DORA, Department of Regulatory Agencies, and how they have restricted, the amount of people in the shop at one time. We've always done appointments, so that's nothing uncommon. We're just doing them every day now. We did have certain walk-in days, so it has slowed things up. I think the problem that we've been having with certain people is the amount of no-shows, no-shows. So, if we were doing, let's just say 10 to 12 people a day, or 8 people for that matter, and we're down to 5 or 6, depending, what service is being provided. If we lose one person or 2 people in a day or in 2 days, that's money being, lost. And so now we are implementing invoicing people, sending invoices. So, and I've had to be honest, I had one guy, I had to just politely say thank you for your business, because he was, he wasn't Black, and he has been one of my clients for a while, but he felt entitled to where, he felt that he didn't have to pay me for him missing out. But when you're going to the dentist and the doctor, what are you doing? They're going to charge you for you missing your appointment. They can, so why does it make it different for your barber? Especially with us being out of work for about 7 to 8 weeks. So it's I think it's not, and that's what, to your point about, Charlie, Mr. Marcus, I have to give him credit, because he is very, you're so silly. He's very professional, and he's business savvy. And if he doesn't know something, he's going to research it. During the whole pandemic, I just give him credit, because that we're a small business, and even though we took a hit, we're still standing. So he was able to send us knowledge, send us links, whatever we could do to do loans or whatever it was. He was updating us. It wasn't just him. He was updating everybody. We're all going to get together. We're all going to come up together. If somebody gets something, great. If one doesn't, here's another link, so I give him credit on how he even handled the whole thing. And I'm taking notes, man, because I don't know how it would be. People ask me all the time, do you want your own shop? I'm like, man, I'm trying to soak up as much knowledge as possible. Right. I don't want to just go grab a business because people think that I should. I want to learn how, if something like this was to happen, how do I conduct it? So we took a hit, but we're still here, and it will, it'll be fine. So,
and what market from again?
He's originally from your neck of the woods, not Miami, but I believe Northern Florida. He's been around a few places, but Florida, that's his base. So that's your guy. I think he's fam. I got to figure out what school he likes down there. I don't know if it's Florida State, but
it don't matter.
We'll let you.
If it ain't the U, if it ain't the U, it's nothing.
He's a Seminoles fan, I believe.
If it ain't the U, it ain't nothing.
Oh Lord, I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna send him this link so that he can watch this right now.
You, it ain't nothing. And that's crazy, because I kind of sense that now with everything trying to open up slowly, are they allowing a certain number of people to stand by and wait for haircuts? Because for me, I don't like making appointments. I'm bougie. I don't like. I like to come when I feel like coming, right? And I'm spontaneous, right? So you know, I mean, like, how do y'all are y'all gonna take some walk-ins at some point? Have they updated that?
To be honest, I believe they supposedly sent something new out. I have to check. I don't think I got the notification or the update. But we are monitoring that. We don't know what it's going to look like. You got to think about it. They're talking about second waves and all kinds of stuff, you know. So, you know, we don't know if we're going to get shut down again. So, with that being said, I will make sure and keep you updated on I will make sure and keep you updated on what, you know, we do in the future. As of right now, strictly appointments. So
Strictly appointments. All right. All right. You got any questions, Ken? Because, you know, I can keep going.
Before we wrap it up, I want to know what you think about everything that's going on right now with the George Floyd, this virus that's going around, everything that's going on as far as our community, the protests. What do you think about everything? Just get your insight on how you feel about what's going on.
So I might, you know, get flack for this. George Floyd, per se, I still have not watched the video.
Okay.
And reason being is because we already deal with PTSD just from slavery by itself. Now we're going into watching our Black men and women live, you know, being killed in front of our eyes. 5 people in, you know, across the, you know, nation being lynched. You know, one of them was literally in Palmdale, California. You know, I saw Fox 11 News in my news feed and read the article, and they try to say that this man was suicidal. And I noticed that some of these people are protesters that are being lynched. So it's traumatic. And I read an article on George Floyd, and what got me the most is the fact that he cried out for his dead mother. And that brought me to tears. I don't have to watch the video for me to be brought to tears with that. So for me, I think it's good that we are protesting. I do know that there are people that are intentionally, they have their own motives that are joining the protest, that are intentionally doing certain things to make it seem like Black people are doing the looting and the rioting and the painting and the graffiti. It's not all of us, you know, but I think even if it is us, we do have the right to express how we feel. It's been long overdue. But I do think that it should go full circle. Some people may not believe in voting. You don't have to vote on the presidential level, but I think you should do it locally, because that's where it starts, you know, in your own community. I do think that we need to research these people. People are looking at Biden. Do some background history on Biden and see if you would like to vote for him. Okay, just go ahead and do that. Also, you know, we do need to do our research on just who we have in our communities and our counties, so that we can start making it, even if we don't benefit, not directly, even if they're not saying, oh, we're going to save Black people, we're never going to have that. So I think us as Black people, we need to be united with one another and not look for the officials to save us, but we can look up their policies. We can look up what they're trying to do to see what we can capitalize on to do better if we're unified now. You know what I mean? If we are unified and we're looking at what these policies are, okay, I know so-and-so is a financial advisor, and I see that they have a policy on, you know, how to, you know, get tax breaks, whatever it is, to where we can benefit. We don't have to have a savior all the time, but we can be smart and use our wisdom and our knowledge and our understanding, and not just of this world, but of course from God himself, because we have always been a spiritual people type of being. So that's something that I do believe that we've gotten away from. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be frustrated, but we have gotten away from God as well. I'm not going to preach. I'm just saying the facts. We wonder why our kids are out here committing suicide and killing each other. I mean, we kill each other more than anything too. So I do feel like, you know, we do need justice for all of our people that have been lost along the way, and the ones that haven't even been accounted for, the ones that haven't even been mentioned, the ones that we don't even know about. And let's go before the social media age. You know what I mean? So this is nothing new under the sun. So I do believe that we can protest, be angry, but let's go full circle. Let's get one preacher. Let's get one African-American preacher. Let's get one teacher, a financial advisor. Let's get a principal. Let's get a dentist. Let's get a doctor. Let's get one person from each occupation and begin to build with that and watch what we can do. It's easier said than done, I believe. But I believe if we talk about our economy and how we need to buy black, not just for one day, not just boycott one day, but literally be serious about it. You know what I mean? Especially, the church. I feel like we could be doing better too, in so many ways. But I do feel like we can unify if we grabbed one person from each occupation across this nation and start some things. Man, we would be powerful. So that's my take on some of the politics and on the protesting. I do know that they're testing in Africa with the COVID virus. I'm sorry, I am not taking a vaccine. That is what I will not be doing. We've already been tested enough with the Tuskegee experiments and all of that. So I'm not going to be your guinea pig. And they're over there doing that now in Africa. So I'll leave that for another day. But so this virus, it's real, but I personally feel like it might be blown out of proportion. My sister, who is a diabetic, who has been a juvenile diabetic since 15 years old, had the virus. I was supposed to go out there for my 30th birthday to California. Didn't go. Glory to God. I decided not to because she got it, but her household didn't get it. And she's a diabetic. And that was one of their things. Oh, underlying issues, right? She's fine, So, and not everybody, I think, that dies is dying from COVID or coronavirus. There are things, nurses crying and talking about how they're killing minorities. There's an agenda, but I won't go into all of that. So, and I also, one more thing and then I'll be done. But I thought it was interesting how they were able to predict Detroit and New Orleans and Chicago, predominantly Black areas, especially not Chicago, but for sure New Orleans and Detroit.
Right.
Do they have any type of funds and healthcare? So how are you guys able to predict where they're going to hit and how many numbers is going to be? Come on now. And then how is it that President Obama in 2015 tells us not just of a pandemic, but how it's going to happen? Airborne. You psychic or so? I'm done.
You know what, man? Black women are amazing. It's like when Black women speak and they passionate about something, the room stops. like Black women are amazing, like beautiful creatures. Like y'all just special.
Oh, look at you. Who knew you had this side? Oh my God.
It's crazy, right? Like
on his way on camera.
like I'm just being honest, right? I'm blown away, right? Because we have these conversations behind closed doors, and we even talk at the shop about this stuff too. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. You said everything and some.
Before you finish, we're gonna have to get her back on one. She gotta come back on here for that. She knows too much. She gotta get back on here for that one.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I was picking the fun and talking about, hey man, I understand why you single, my sister.
Too much power. Intimidation.
But brother, she's out there. She's available. So if you real wine, if you skillful and understand a powerful Black woman, and y'all can, Sam is available. If you call her, she's gonna shoot you down. She already just said it.
Come correct.
Correct, or don't come at all. I think that was an amazing statement that you made towards the end. You sounded very similar to the last individual we had, Ebony. She's an amazing woman as well. I'm just telling you, man, like just going from you to Ebony, like Black women are man, get out the way. Get out the way.
way.
Out the way.
Move, B.
We got some kings out here too now. You know, it's quite interesting because, you know, they tried to dismantle us, and I just believe in, you know, how sovereign our God is, man. He's always kept our people, and I will always go back to God because it's nobody but him that has kept us with all that we've gone through, and we have kings too. So I appreciate you even giving us that recognition, and I have to flip that, man. You know, we came from you guys. You know, he created us from your rib. So, you know, to my kings out there, man, I salute you. You know, even for those that don't even know that they're kings. And that's what we've been stripped from. We've been stripped from knowing who we are. And not even just as African or Black people or wherever we're from, not even just by the color of our skin, but we have an inheritance through Jesus Christ. And that's what I stand with. I do. I really do. And we don't know who we are because of that. Like, because it's been stripped from us. We don't know who we are. And you guys are kings too, man. It's kind of mind blowing on how they've tried to dismantle us, and it's time out for that. The time is now for us to really embrace who we are and get back to
She could have.
Yeah.
She ain't out there in one of these protests. Boy,
I'm telling you, man, Black women right now, you know what I mean, and shout out to the white people, the white supporters for the protest, but. You know, I done encountered 2 Black women that I know that you know, I gotta take my hat off and applaud.
Oh, Corey, look at you.
You know, I mean, I'm gonna still pick on you.
I already know, and you still gonna get beat up. Don't think that. Come on now, you didn't got whooped.
Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna pick on you no matter what. You know, old man was in your old man.
I'm not scared of you.
Old man was in your chest. Old man was in your chest shooting his shot. Smell like being gay.
It is time to go. You crazy. I'm done. Being gay is over. It's over. It's over.
Pops was in that chair shooting his shot. I saw him flirting.
Oh my gosh.
Man, Pops said he trying to go to highway to heaven. He trying to go.
He said he got that blue chew.
Hey, stop it. Okay, Sarah, chill.
You wow. Y'all wow. Oh, y'all funny. My cheekbones hurt.
Hey, you know, but I mean, it was definitely a pleasure speaking with you tonight. You know, women can be barbers, women can be bosses in them shops and run things and put men on notice. Fellas, especially in Colorado, get your lines up right, because I'm telling you, women are coming. They coming. I'm telling you, they're gonna have us on the sideline mad. You know, they're gonna have us on the sideline mad. Damn, boy, every woman running a barber shop. I'm telling you. So hey, practice, take it serious. Leave them baby mamas alone when they come up in the shop. Practice on your craft, because women are coming.
Before we get out, Miss Sam, do you want to give your IGs, all your social media, so we can build your customers up? Let's get it.
I know that's right. Well, y'all can follow me on IG as Sheertastic with the K at the end _Sam. Sheertastic with the K _Sam. And I work at House of Hair Denver. So you can always book through our app, download it, House of Hair Denver. And then you can also go through our website, houseofhairdenver.com. Come through. We in Park Hill. It's changing a little bit. Might be a little bit more white people than it used to be. But guess what? We are there and we are standing strong, serving everyone that comes through. So let's support Black business now. So that's it.
Being said, this has been a wonderful interview with this beautiful young lady. She spoke powerful. She spoke wisdom. She told you, look, I'm not only a barber, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm my own businesswoman. I do this, that. Oh boy, y'all better pay attention. Okay.
We ain't flick the hair back.
What? Okay. So y'all better pay attention. And with that being said, this has been the Kane Reloaded Show. I'm your boy 305 Kane.
And this your boy DJ Reloaded.
Before we get out of here, we need y'all to hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever we go live. And make sure you share this video to your friends and family so they get notified, so they can see what we do here at the Cane Reloaded Show, how we bring these guests on, how we interview them, how we let them put they piece out there for everybody to view them. And we actually trying to big up this lady here and trying to show support to our Black people out there. She's an entrepreneur. She's a businesswoman. She's a barber. She do it all. So guess what? We put her on that pedestal right now, highlighting her success. And we need y'all to do nothing but show her love. If y'all come across this video, make sure y'all get to her Instagram. Follow this woman here. If you in Denver, make sure you set up a look at him. Look at him. Look, you see how you look? Make sure you get you an appointment so you can get your cut by this lady here or whoever's out there. Support them, support our people, and let's stand for people. Peace and love, family.
Peace and love.
All right. Peace.